Hey, it's me. You know the name. And this topic that I'm going to be talking about is video games. Yay! Now, as we all know, it's the 21st century. Video games are really popping. Ever since they were made in the 70s with Pong, the boop, 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 boop. That's like the old game. That's probably the classics. To now to like that was then, and now it's like they're Watchdog and Batman and all that good stuff, man. Um, Me, I'm I'm kind of a hardcore gamer a little bit. I'm a gamer, but the games that I think are pretty good that I played in the past that were my favorite was Star Wars Republic Commando for Xbox. You could play with this one. You could play on your Xbox 360, and then you got the two Star Wars Battlefront games. These two you could play on your Xbox also. These were pretty good games to play. And then I like Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. Um, this is the Sith edition, or I should say Ultimate Sith Edition. This one is way better uh, because not only that you play through the main storyline, but there's a different part where you play as the same character, but instead of like Darth, it's like a what if where you replace Darth Vader with Vader's apprentice, and he looks like Darth Vader because stuff happened to him, and you play on Tatooine. Like I know the first planet that you be on is Tatooine, and you find the droids that you are looking for, and then you find them, and then you go to Jabba's palace and fight, and then you fight his Rancor, and then you go to the docking bay, see Obi-Wan. Oh, you face Boba Fett. And then you go to the docking bay, and and then you you go to the docking bay, fight Boba Fett or Obi-Wan and all that. And then in the next one, the next level is Hoth, where it's the big battle in the beginning, and instead of like fighting on that, like fighting with the AT-ATs, you go through like little tunnels and stuff, and like you get to fight Luke Skywalker, and like it's pretty cool because towards the end, Luke Skywalker turns to the dark side. And then, but yeah, if you have played The Force Unleashed, the regular one, I advise you to get this one. Um, the next two I liked were the two Batman Arkham games. Out of the two, I think I like this one more. Arkham or what is it? Arkham Asylum. This one was good too, yeah, but I think I like this one better. I mean, equally they were good, but they were great. But I prefer this one way more because I mean I have what is it? I have Arkham Origins. Like what was funny is that I got it like on a Friday. I played it for a little bit, and then like on Saturday, then the next day, I literally play that all day. Like from the time I got up at like maybe 10:30 to like 6 at night. And it was pretty good. Then by Sunday I beat the game pretty much. Now I'm just doing like the side missions and completing those. So it that one's pretty good. But I guess they're coming out with a new one that's called Arkham Knight. But too bad that game's not going to be for Xbox 360 because of Xbox One and PS4. It's only going to be released to those two systems. But honestly, I love the Batman games. They're pretty good. But I mean, I played other video games like Lord of the Rings and all that, and Lego Star Wars and all that good stuff. Um, but I think, but I like Republic. But out of all the Star Wars ones, I liked The Force Unleashed, Battlefront, and Republic Commando. But if you like, but I do like the Battlefront games the most because you get to go to different planets. You get to play, like, it has missions, like it has like a storyline, and then you have like Galactic Conquest where you get to hop on different planets and like get control of them, and then you got instant actions where if you have like a party and want to play them, it's like that. So, but I think out of both of them, I think I like Battlefront 2 because you get to because you have more in it. Like you get to play as a Jedi or fly fly through space and do all that good stuff in there, and it's pretty good. I love it. And then I also like Republic Commandos because that was a pretty good game. I enjoyed it. I've only played the game once through, and I kind of play it. I'm playing it again, but I haven't played it in a while, so I gotta probably get to it. So because it's about a 4-man group that are like the best clone trooper there is. Um, but anyways, I mean I've played so many video games in my lifetime. The genres, like the kind of games I like to play are, the action packed with the storyline, like the ones I've showed you, or the Lord of the Rings and all that. I don't really care for like the sport games, like Madden or MLB, whatever MLB's called, like MLB The Show or something. I'm not too sure. Or what is it? NCAA or all those sports games. And I'm not a huge fan of the racing games either because it doesn't get my attention. Because all you do is like you just race throughout the whole game, and for me, I get burnt out. I'm like, okay, I'm done with this game. Because after a while, it just becomes the same every time. Um, but me, I have an Xbox 360, and I'm really old school here. I have the PlayStation 2. I don't have the fat one. I got the skinny one. I mean, I used to have the fat one, but now I got the skinny one. I mean, the skinny one still works. I mean, as long as you keep your system in good condition, it'll last forever. Until one day it just so. And then I know like most Xbox 360s are like 4 gig, but I got the 250 gig. That's pretty big. Because I got that Elite, where it's like all touchscreen. It's pretty nice. pretty nice. Um, but yeah, everybody likes Modern Warfare, but I'm not a big Call of Duty Modern Warfare kind of guy. I mean, I played it before, but I'm like, I don't really care for it. But I would rather play like these kind of games because you know it's pretty entertaining, especially with Batman because it's not like when you play it, it's like you don't go like level by level. It's like one big mission and with little side missions. It's like one continuous story. You don't get like this mission you're on like on this side of the world or on this different planet, and then next level you're out like this other planet. It's like you're in the same spot. Like with Arkham Asylum, you're in Arkham Asylum, and you just go to different buildings, and it leads up to like that final level, and then within within the whole like with the whole mission, there's like a side mission where you gotta, you know, find the Riddler's trophies or solve the Riddler's like riddles and all that good stuff. Um, but and then I'm trying to think what else. And then with Arkham City, it's pretty much the same thing as with Arkham Origins. It's the same too. So I mean, they're all good games though. I enjoy them. But if I'm busy, then I don't have time to play them. But I try to like find time to play them and see what I can and see what my options are. But if I'm not doing anything, then I may play some video game. But if I'm at school or something, or if I'm working with someone, or if I'm out of the house, then I don't have time to play some, get some relaxing time. But I try to find some time and then go from there. But I personally say that it's it. I know video games are not good for you, but I've heard like some people say it's kind of good for you because you get to learn how to hand-eye coordination, get to prove on that skill a little bit. Um, I mean now because with the whole video games that it has evolved so much from Pong to now with like even like the graphics itself has really evolved from like having that video gamey type, it looks like like the computer generated type stuff to almost where it looks crystal clear as like it looks real. Like I know Modern Warfare has some of that good technology, and I'm just blown away because it looks so real, and I'm like, and my mind's blown away. And with the new Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, those games are like really enhanced and really looks realistic composed to like maybe a PlayStation 1's video game or it has that stuff for a PC game. And PC games, they really like sometimes like it freezes on you, and you're like, shoot, and you're like, crap, it froze on me. What do I do? Turn it off. And then like you have to like once you have to like reset it, you have to like play it again, play that same level all over again because your computer froze. So that's why I don't really play video games for. That's why I don't like playing PCs um because the controls are a little harder, and that if if it freezes on you, then you're pretty much screwed. So that honestly, I mean, I know like video game systems also freeze, but I feel like PC freezes like the computer freezes more often than the video game system. But I just think that I just like I like the video. I just like the video game system because I know some of them are like some of them are really expensive though nowadays. Like the like the Xbox One. I don't know how much it costs, but I'm thinking it's probably like $400 or $500, and the Xbox or in the PlayStation 4 is probably the same thing too, like $300-400. Um, I mean, like I don't know if I would ever get the new Xbox One or PlayStation 4 because I have like two video game systems that still work. I mean, yeah, it's good to have more, but it's like I got two already that still work. So, and then I also have the Wii, but I gave that to my cousin because I honestly don't play it anymore. So, and I know my cousin wanted to play the it was like Zelda, the Skyward Sword. I think that's what it's called. And he was looking for it on eBay, and then he found it in a store that I usually go to. It's called Gamers Etc. just here in Stockton. And that's a pretty good play. That's a good store to go to because it's kind of like GameStop, but Gamers Etc. has every game system. Like it has the Xbox, the original Xbox, Xbox 360, PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Nintendo 64, GameCube. Um, what else? They have like DS stuff, Game Boy Color games, and Game Boy Advance games, and Dreamcast, I think, and all those other gaming systems that used to be around. And I go there. I haven't been there in a while, but I want to. If I want a video game, an old video game, that's probably where I would go because it has all the games that I want to, play again. And I traded a lot of games there too that I got because when you trade, you could also trade games in there too, but you don't get money. You get store credit, and you could. It depends on how much games you have. So you got to really know what games you want to trade in, and so that's the thing. And you could get like an old Xbox game or system or PlayStation 2 and all that. And it's a nice little store to go into. So, I mean, I go there all the time, but I haven't been there in a while. But that's the one store I go to, because I like going to GameStop, but because with GameStop now, because they always constantly switch um, games around. Like, I know they're starting, because I know the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 is starting to. It came out what, in November, December. So it's. I have a feeling it's starting to slowly, you know, go away. They're still going to be around. Don't get me wrong, but it's going to slowly like die off. Just like how with PlayStation, like they sold PlayStation 1 games, and then when PlayStation 2 came out, PlayStation slowly like went away, and then PlayStation 2 was around. Then when PlayStation 3 came out, same thing happened. So and that's what happened with Xbox too. Like the original Xbox was here, and then when Xbox 360 came around, that died off a little bit, but slowly. But I think the Wii is still around. All they did was it had the Wii, and then there's Wii, the Wii U. So hey, people are making money somehow. So hey, if you want to design games, I mean, go to school for it. All right. Well, this was a good broadcast. So I am signing off. And I like to say to all those gamers, game on. I'll see you soon. Adios.